Welcome, everybody. Dominic here with Breakthrough Sessions. It is the end of the week, and this is where you start to think about how you're going to set yourself up for the upcoming week. It's not time to take a break. It's not time to relax. It's not time to hang out, but it's time to get more focused, use your time wisely to capitalize on some things that you need to work on in your life. And the topic for today is really simple. Starting is the key. The one thing I liked about running track was it's that not knowing. You get to the line, you see a group of 8 to 10 people, and everybody's at a starting line. And the thing about the race is that the starting point, you're nervous, you're looking around, you're trying to see if you can size someone up, if you can guess if someone's faster than you, but you never know. So starting is the key because you never know who else is out there that's better than you until you get started. And sometimes in our lives, since we don't start because we believe or we think or we're being taught that other people are so much better than we are, it messes with our psyche. It messes with our mindset. And in racing, what I learned was the one thing that I loved was I just needed to start. And if I started the race when we got the countdown, runners take your mark, get set, and you got that brief hold where you're going through in your mind, I can't believe that I'm about to run this race. I I hope I'm fast. I think I got it. And pow. And you're taking off with 10 other people and you're trying to keep up or you're trying to get a good start. But it was just about starting. See, I don't think I ever understood early on in my life when I was a runner that starting was the key. See, starting gave me the opportunity to understand where I could go. And then once I started and I finished, it gave me the opportunity to realize what I needed to work on to get better. Life is the same way. We're not starting things in our life because we've been told that we can't do it. We're not starting things in our life because we didn't grow up a certain way and no one helped us figure it out. And now we feel like since we're so far behind, why try now? Sometimes in life we're not starting because we're afraid to fail. Sometimes in life we're not starting because we're trying to impress other people and we spend more time being someone that others would like to call their friend rather than doing the things that bring us the joy, the happiness, the excitement, the motivation, the inspiration. And those are the things that we should be doing. So I'm not sure where you're at this point in time in your life. And I know this week is coming to an end, but what I'm asking of you is to start something. Starting is the key. Starting is giving yourself the opportunity to understand how it will go. You can talk a lot about all that you want to do in this life. I remember sometimes getting to that starting line and I was afraid before the gun went off. I was terrified before the gun went off. I never knew how things were going to go. But each and every time I started, it gave me the opportunity to finish the race and then to go back and reflect on the things that I needed to do to improve, to make sure that the end result on the next race, the next thing that I started in my life would be that much more better. Because when I started, I understood what I would have to dedicate myself to. I understood if I had to dedicate myself in this first phase, which was my drive phase, in this second phase, which is my maintaining stage, and then my final stage, which is really just getting an opportunity to kind of chill off. So it's those stages that I had to understand, from starting my drive to kicking it into a gear right here in the middle and then cruising home past the finish line. Life is so much the same as it is running a race. You have to get started. I'm reminded of a quote that I picked up from a famous, just one of the best, greatest motivational speakers in the day's time, Les Brown. And what he said was, you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. That hit me. It took me back to those track days in my life, and it took me back to just life in general, where I grew up afraid. I didn't know how to be different because I thought I would disappoint my family. I thought people would think less of me. I thought people would think I was a cop out because I wasn't the same, because I didn't do the same things that they did. And I never started. I held back for a long time in my life, doing things that I should have been doing, that I knew were right, that I knew I wanted to be doing in the first place. But I held back a long time in my life because I felt like I would disappoint my family, people that I knew, people that called me their friend. I felt like they would feel like I was a cop out. I really felt that, and I never started early in my life. I took a lot away from me. And what I want you to do, somewhere out there today, someone wants to do something with their lives and you haven't started. And not starting is going to be the biggest mistake that you can possibly make. What I like about running is that you'll get so many opportunities. You'll get so many chances to win a race. You'll get so many, just so many accolades if you just start. Starting helps you understand what it's going to take for you to get the end result that you want. And without starting, you won't have anything to evaluate. You won't have any way to prove or show yourself that you're capable or you're not, or maybe you just need to work on something, or maybe you need to tweak this, or maybe you need to tweak that. So your life pretty much is the same. If you're not starting, then you're wasting your time. And if you're not starting, then you need to actually start figuring out, how can I believe in myself? How can I focus on myself? I'm not dedicating my life to giving 8 hours a day to a job that I go to every day. And then I'm coming home and I'm afraid to start something for me, for myself. I'm willing to kick it in gear. I'm willing to turn it up a notch. I'm willing to actually invest everything that I have within myself. I'm willing to get myself around the right people so that they can get me motivated and push me to thrive, to keep going, to reach to that level of success that I know I can attain, to achieve things in my life, to have these experiences that help me accomplish the goals that I'm setting for myself. You too can do that. I want you today to get started. I want you to write down a couple of things that you've always wanted to do, and I want you to get started doing those things. Because if you choose not to start today, you won't have the ability to look at what you've done and say, if I just do this differently, I can get this result. If I just incorporate this into what I'm doing, I can get this result. If I keep going, or if I get better here, I can get a better result. If you never start, you're missing a whole lot of opportunity. You're missing a whole lot of valuable life experiences that, if you never start whatever it is in your life, you might never get it. And to never get that is to waste a gift that was given to you by God, and that is depriving this world. And that would be devastating, to know that you have something within you that you never let out, that you never got a chance to get started on, because you were so worried about how it would turn out, what other people would think, if you would be amazing, if you would be great, if you would be perfect. And I'm just here to tell you today, focus on getting started. That's going to be the key to this new life. This is Breakthrough Sessions. I'm Dominic. Thank you for tuning in. If you watched, thank you a lot. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I asked. Take care. You deserve every day, but you have to be willing to work for it. Getting started is the key. Have a great day.